Go7, 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 Go7. Go7, king of the game. I believe in you, that's what he'll say. Nice and kind, leading cobalt ice. He's a blue, cute, and deadly little guy. Seeing through the fog, old gods he's slayed. Go7, 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 Go7. Go7, king of the game. I believe in you, that's what he'll say. Nice and kind, leading cobalt ice. He's a blue, cute, and deadly little guy. Seeing through the fog, old gods he's slayed. Go7, 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 Go7. Go7, king of the game. I believe in you, that's what he'll say. Nice and kind, leading cobalt ice. He's a blue, cute, and deadly little guy. Seeing through the fog, old gods he's slayed. Go7, 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 Go7. Go7, king of the game. I believe in you, that's what he'll say. Nice and kind, leading cobalt ice. He's a blue, cute, and deadly little guy. Seeing through the fog, old gods he's slayed. Go7, 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 Go7.
Greetings. Wait. It's not loading the... 1 second. How dare it not show the window? The nerve. Is it not just this? What? It was just working. I even checked to make sure it was working. And I swap away, I swap back. There we go. I don't know what happened there, but there we go. Now we can see the map. You love this stream. The blackness, the penguin in the darkness. The black void of our souls. I have a podium and a mic. I'm ready to roast some maps. The cost of apples have gone up by 3.5%. We're just going to be roasting maps today that have been sent in to the contest. Now, this is a map by Rise. Silvera has extra days because his grandma died and he had to take time off for that. So I gave him an extra week. Unfair, I know. So, we're going to be looking at some of the maps that have been sent in. Now, Rise sent in a bunch of maps. Rise sent in a bunch of maps. This is just a random one I chose. I think it was the last one I had on the list. In the description, you should see the full list of all the maps that have been submitted so far. There's still time. If you've submitted a map and you don't see it on that list, let me know, because something must have happened. Or it might be sitting in the email, I like clicked on it and then didn't ship it on over. But don't look at yours. I was just gonna look at random maps. Spam folder, Rise horrifying the judges. So this map is quite the idea, right? It's player 1 has a huge disadvantage because they start with 1 base versus 2. They don't have a base to capture. They're just always gonna be down in bases. But they get to have like this gigantic surplus of units that is yet to be revealed. Miles Away is the name. Now, I don't think this map is going to make it past the first filtering phase because it's not at all competitive or fair. I'm pretty sure player 1 just dies here because you do need to get a lander in order to get any of these units, and your HQ is way down here. So I think player 2 just kind of rushes and takes your HQ before you can do anything. A lander does cost quite a bit. I mean, you do get 3k income a turn, but you only have 1 base producing stuff. So I'm pretty sure this map is just player 2 wins, but it's very cute, and it might end up getting an honorable mention when we're going for the finalizing, judging everything for being cute in this way. It's definitely a novel look at how you would do a map. I don't know if this really favors live play at all, but yeah, it's cute. Red's HQ is miles away. Yeah. Yeah, Red will just kind of lose. Yeah. There's no way you're going to get the lander in time. I mean, player 2 has 4k income, can go infantry, APC, spam recons, just go take this HQ and win the game. And even once the lander's built, yeah, it's going to take forever to get everything over here. It's not really a close call, but I do like the novelty of the map, even if it's not very balanced. That's okay. Rise sent in a lot of maps. We'll see what the best way is to get them over here. I'll click on another random one. Let's show it up over here. That's nice. Okay. I'm pretty sure you could get the pipe runner, right? You just have to unload it onto your harbor. Okay, here's another one that Rise sent in. This one is a little more in the theme of things, just randomly chosen. I know. I can unpublish maps. I have that power. I've done it once, I think. If it's some hateful imagery or something like that. Pipe runners can't load onto landers? Really? I didn't know that. And that is indeed a useless pipe runner. Almighty Penguin, I know. So Rizerblades, this is a different account. So if we're looking at this map for whether or not it's gonna like pass through to the next going through like the initial filter of looking through the maps just to see if the openings seem fine. I'm a little bit dubious just because of how the centralized captures are looking. But that might be fine. It's baselight versus baselight. You've got an airport back here. That's going to be responsible for getting either 2 cities over here or a city and a comm tower down here. So that's kind of looking fine. Transport copter is heavily incentivized, but it's fairly low income and you're really close to each other. So it would make me think that it's going to be punishing to get a transport copter out, which could be like fun. You can have different people going for different strategies. It does close tonight. Yeah, you can make another. So if I looked at the move planner, you can try and see if these, because there's a lot of these really close and contested cities, which can oftentimes be a big problem because one player, just due to turn advantage, one player is always going to get to them before the other. But there's also a lot of them, so that might make it okay. So like, this is the danger. Is you don't want a situation where the person that gets into the middle first is able to like start a capture while also threatening someone else's capture, which is kind of what you see over here. But since it's mirrored, that might be okay. Instead of like, if it was exactly in the middle, then you don't have that mirrored component of the different fronts, where one person's ahead and the other person's behind, and flipped front-wise. So this is where red fire would be ahead, but then down here, green earth is ahead. So that's looking fine. You could be going up here, or you can be going down here. It's going to be annoying because you like start this capture, for instance, you move this infantry out, and then what does this player do? If they go for a capture of their own, this infantry is ready to interrupt. If they try and interrupt, this infantry is ready to just like super punish. But since I think that's mirrored on both sides, that might be okay. Rather than, in a lot of maps, this kind of thing happens, but it's happening in the exact center. So you don't have that balance of the fronts going on. It's definitely going to be one of those maps where a lot of things are decided on whether or not people are handshaking the capture phase. Yeah, you're not a fan of the 1v1s like these? I feel like you would definitely go here. And you'd either go on the mountain or on the boosted platform. So we'll see if this is at least passing through the initial filter, I think. It might be an issue of whether or not, if you like prioritize going straight down here, could be more of an issue. But this is looking fine to me at just a glance. Like, do you even want to interrupt there? Probably not. Just leave. At a glance, that seems fine to me, so I wouldn't immediately discard the map. A Friday stream. Ooh, you think the airport should be closer to the... Because it's too far away? I mean, they're both 1 bases. It's 3 turns. I mean, the airport definitely seems like more of a mid-game decider. It's whether or not you're going to go for the transport copter. It kind of reminds me of, is it like the Valhalla map? Or Valkyrie? I don't remember what it was. But it's the one that has like a harbor and a comm tower off to the right on an island. Yet barely anyone ever goes for the transport copter. I got my podium last stream. So I'm kind of liking this one. I would have it survive the initial filter phase. It's not like this one that just immediately gets rejected. It's more of like a comedically made one. Poland would probably interrupt. I would probably interrupt. It would depend on the COs and stuff like that. It would definitely be a volatile map. But I do like that since it's on the different fronts. It's not getting that major turn advantage problem going in there. Look at someone else's maps. Let's see here. Fluffy sent in a map. Oh boy. You like my podium? I'm using the podium when I'm doing the website streams, because otherwise there's like this really the border I have that has like the text going. It's got like this perfect beige outline to it that matches the background of the website, and it slices the penguin in half. So the podium covers that up. A Go7 avatar? I could try doing that for Halloween. Alright, so here's Fluffy's map. We've got lots of pre-deployed stuff going on here. That's a pretty interesting APC situation. So player 1 goes first and builds an infantry, so this APC is trapped. If you base skip, then you're going to be absolutely crying, as the APC will then just stand on your on your base, and you'll just lose the game. No base skipping indeed. Podium censorship to cover the penguin's exposed area. That's true. We have we got 2 base and 1 base. The 1 base doesn't have an airport. It just has a comm tower that's more responsible for. A little iffy. Actually, it's 2 base airport. Oh, the APC is standing on an airport. But the airport has a missile looking at it. So when we're looking at initial checks, and this is something I should have done the last map, it just looked fine, is I'd want to see how many properties, like what's the income level of each front, because those have to be even. Otherwise, the turn advantage is going to be misled, because it's going to be off, because one person's always going to be ahead on one front in comparison to the other, and if one front makes more money than the other, then that's going to create a turn advantage. Even if it doesn't look like it, you'll just start seeing it in the stats because someone's just making more money. So if you're like looking at what cities are each front responsible for, you've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-ish. I mean, this is kind of over here. They're generous. It's like 8K-ish for this front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 comm tower. I mean, it does seem a little, and then maybe this one's over here too. I'm a little concerned about that aspect. Is the 1 base is just responsible for so much more. Is it really that much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it's okay. I might have added these in that shouldn't be added in because they're part of this one, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe it's okay. It's a little iffy with like this property. I've improved. Soul for Rent. Did you're on MC now? That's awesome. I'm a little iffy on the city placement here. It definitely feels like when you're producing out of the double base, it's going to be very claustrophobic. There is this pipe seam that's going to kind of be broken down ASAP. What's the purpose of this missile? I just realized this missile doesn't make sense. I thought this missile was going to be like Red's missile to lock down this airport, but it's Blue's missile defending its own airport. The pipe runner seems a little bit just for show. I mean, the missile platform definitely is here just for show because there's no way to access it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I guess the pipe runner also controls the comm tower, which I'm not a huge fan of, because now the comm tower is not very contested. I'm still looking at like the city placement. I think the player one, or not player one, but this base is just responsible for too much. So if you're ahead on this base, so like player one's ahead on this base, so they're just going to be ahead economically in comparison to player two. So I would probably reject it on that front. I would also like these missiles to be flipped. I don't quite understand the purpose of it being the same missile as the airport's going to be. Fluffy, was this supposed to be Red's missile? Like a denied sound effect? I don't have anything like that, no. I don't think. Maybe I do. I haven't looked at all the tools that they give me. It was not supposed to be flipped. Interesting. What was the point of the missiles being the same color? Is it to defend against aggressive air? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't defend you against fighters. Well, I guess it does unless it doesn't if the pipe seems broken. I kind of like the pipe runner. If it wasn't guarding the comm tower, I'd be more in favor of it. Just kind of like making sure the one base doesn't die too easily. And I do like the aesthetic of the map. But I'm too concerned about the income, and I don't like the pipe runner controlling the comm tower. So I'd give it a pass on that. I'd also like if the missiles were flipped, it would make more sense to me. Just because it's another obstacle to the airport. I also kind of like the APC. It's very cute that the APC is blocking the airport. It's standing next to the base, being very annoying. It kind of incentivizing a mech, go onto the mountain, strike it, like move off, start doing some captures. Like that's pretty cute. But yeah, I'm very concerned about the cities. Anyway. I don't know who Gorilla is, but they also sent in a bunch of maps, so we'll look at one randomly. Okay. This is a big map. Okay, it's a big map. It has a single lab, no neutral labs. It's okay. The offset of the income that you get from that is that you have a pre-owned airport. So it's going to be 2-base airport eventually. It's locked down by pipe seams versus base airport. The comm tower is super safe. It's not necessarily wrong to have a super safe comm tower, but I do prefer if they're contested. Fluffy did make the map. The map is huge, so it's going to take a long time in live. It looks that the number of properties is fairly even. Maybe it might be the one base has more. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 if I'm generous. Verse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, I guess. 11. I mean, these are contested ones. And the airport, it looks like the one base is a little bit more responsible for captures. It also, of course, has the comm tower, and it has the airport already. So the one base is a little bit heavier on the income. So that in combination with the size of the map, I'm very much leaning towards just kind of filtering it out. You do have a ridiculously strong recon opener. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the 2 base can just like build a recon and actually interrupt these captures so quickly. I mean, tanks do come out very, very fast as well, just because there's nothing actually stopping them from charging straight on into the center. But by golly, is that a nice recon run. You have to keep in mind that shoals, bridges, and roads are all great terrain for recons. I know it doesn't make any sense that shoals are great for the tires, but apparently they are. Very well built recons. So I think I'd filter this one out on those premises. If it was a little bit smaller, it would be a lot easier for live. I mean, I guess size isn't necessarily going to be something that's bad, but I don't like the number of cities. I think that just initial number of cities per front, just initial filtering for that in concerns of turn advantage is going to be a concern. We'll look at... We're looking at random maps here. This one's from Daddy Max Saac. Grandpa Max Saac is the alt account, it looks like. Lothlorien version 2. Oh, this was a contest map. Okay, so we've got some somewhat centralized captures here, but it doesn't look like there's any huge, like contested cities that the turn advantage is going to matter a lot about. It is 2 base, so we're doing base light. I'm not a huge fan of base light, but it can work. But the bases are like this, so it's almost mixed base. We got the double comm tower, which is fine. The HQs are very safe. Way in the back. So it's base, airport versus base. And this base is very killable, centralized one. It has heavy terrain, locking it in. So it's, if like an artillery just kind of rolls up to here, you put an infantry here, you bring the copters over. I mean, it's just a dead base. The base can die very easily. That's not necessarily a bad thing, as some maps are very much designed to have the bases flip. EMC 1 was base light mixed base. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Versus 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I guess these ones go to this one, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It seems pretty even when we're talking about just the initial city count per front, so that's always a really good sign. There's a lot of backwards captures going on here. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm kind of liking this map. The double forest here slows down the tanks. This is something I'd probably do some testing on to see just how dead this base is. It can kind of defend itself with like putting an artillery on this city to try and stop artillery here, but it can always be an artillery here. Or the artillery can sit here on the forest, I guess, and you can try and block it off. I know Daddy Maxac really favors the double comm tower per player. I don't know how contested these really are, though. This one looks very much... Maybe this one gets contested pretty heavily, but this one's super safe. I'm kind of liking this one. And I do think that more comm towers is favorable for live play, because it does make stalling a little bit harder when more walls can be broken. The HQ is so far in the back, though. I don't know how likely that is to fall. Or to like be an actual threat. I don't personally super like HQ captures, but I know a lot of people do. I guess it's more like you kill this base and then you can take the HQ for free. You can submit maps by emailing to the Go7 contest at gmail.com. I want to make sure I... go. Yeah, Go7 contest at gmail.com. Those bases. You know, Fluffy, sure. If you want to edit your submitted maps before the deadline, I think that's fine. I think I do like this map. It definitely gets the thumbs up for more looking at in the future. Oh, I got some soul for rent maps here. I see we have some bribery in the title. The magnificent Humida and Bum, whose greatness gods envy. If you didn't know, Humida and Bum are the current other judges. Jonathan, do I have your map? I might have accepted it anyway. Are you Jonathan 2357? You can look in the description. I do believe I have the full list of the maps put in there. There's over 100 of them. There's like 30 different submitters. That is you. Then I have your map. Oh my gosh, is the map list not in the description? Don't tell me that. No, I put it in the description. That's why I started. Oh my gosh. Streamlabs, why you do this to me, Streamlabs? All right. That's why I started late. I was putting it all in the description. All right, let's see how quickly I can do this. It's not going to be very well organized. This is going to be a huge description. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe the description was too long. We're doing some editing on the fly. Do not do this at home. how this... I don't know if this will work for links. But we'll find out. Because I would like it if people can look to see if they have it, just in case I miss some. As that would be very embarrassing. There's a few factors when it comes to maps. The easiest thing to filter out immediately is going to be just turn advantage stuff, like how properties line up. And you can also look at like vehicle timings. I personally don't weigh too much on the vehicle timings as much as the map league does. I mean, I will a little bit. I favor maps where you can definitely be more flexible in what vehicles you go for. It doesn't have to necessarily be like tank first. Though tank first is always the meta and what most maps are based on. I'm more concerned about if someone's just getting more money than someone else, because that's the easiest thing to check. And there is some component to how pretty the maps are, like their aesthetic design, but that's more of a tiebreaker thing rather than a winning thing usually. But a tough balance to achieve is that you want it to be errors. Oh, that's what happened. Is the I see. Okay, this is indeed too long. Okay. I'm gonna cut a bunch of Rises maps probably. The description got too massive because there's too many maps. Got all this stuff. Got some of Daddy Mac Saac's maps. I'm so sorry. Nasty, we're gonna cut half of yours. I just want to make sure everyone can see that they did submit maps. Should have just did this in like a Google Docs. Half of Silver Rents. Starbrights. That's oh my gosh. Some more Rises maps? We're almost to the point that it's small enough that I can post it. Okay. That's not the complete list of maps because the complete list of maps was too long, but that should work in the description now, and it should have everyone that has submitted maps. The lore behind the title of the map was made to thank them both for going through a massive backlog. Ah, I see. Poor Rise, I know. My little pulpit, it's so cute. Alright, I'll have to put everything onto a Google Doc and post that in like a community thing so that people can see the complete list rather than using the description, as it has a character limit. And we over doubled the character limit. So There's about twice as many maps as you see there. Anyway, we were looking at Silveren's map here. We have 2 base versus 1 base airport. The airport's really far away. It's a 3-turn away airport. And once you get to that airport, you kind of have nowhere to go. So the 1 base, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 properties it's kind of in charge of. Maybe 7. 7, sure, we'll say 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think the double base is just stronger than the single base in terms of income. I'm really concerned because the single base, it doesn't have amazing. It's got like 5 things. Maybe now this is definitely more for the double base. It's got like 5 things that it can capture. And if I include these in the single base's realm, it's really a stretch because the double base is definitely ready to contest these. I think if you're just ahead, I think player 2 is just going to be advantaged in this on this map because player 1 is going to end up having less income. I really don't like your single base. It's like it's choosing between these awful captures that you go for, and it has to go for its airport. But when you go down for your airport, it's like a desert. There's nowhere to go from your airport. So if you're sending an infantry in your capture phase to go down here, it's capturing a single property. If it tries to go out here to like go for the comm tower in this city, I mean the double base already contests this city, so that's not really an option. Maybe you can get your comm tower with the idea of like the airport can cover it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So an anti-air stops you from covering very easily. I think I would reject this just on turn advantage issues here. Emith and Bum in shambles. Oh no! So sorry. I'm not liking the turn advantage look at this map. The contested areas are kind of nice though. I think the double base is just too strong. I'm going to be flexible about the closing time. If I wake up in the morning, when I wake up tomorrow morning, I'll probably say it's done. But until then, you can get away with it. All right, we can look at Star Flash's map. It looks very pretty. Look at that! It's so aesthetic. It's aesthetic that it has a specific design going on with these bridge cornered properties, the broken pipe seam. I do have a soft spot for the broken pipe seam representing a torn up road. I do find that very cute. This is clearly a very happy recon map. It almost reminds me of Reimer's fog map with all the shoals. In almost not quite a grid-like, but this kind of looks grid-like. It also reminds me of Swamp, which I really like the aesthetic of that map too. We got 30 maps now. Please sleep in. Oh, the map name. Chains of Ascension. Wake up Sunday. Hello. Okay. So Starflash is on the map committee. So I'm going to quickly look at how the income has been distributed. And it's just eternal shame if it's not fairly even. So the one base, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8, maybe 9. It's not so bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That seems fine. We have some that can like kind of go either way. The center, we have a central property. I like, okay, the central property is cute because that means if every property gets captured, you will never have a draw game because there's actually an odd number. I am definitely in favor of there not being draws. It might inherently lead to some sort of turn advantage just because someone's going to get to the center faster. And there are some properties that matter more. Like this, capturing this property is good because that means when you finish, you're ready to interrupt any capture in the center. What kind of openings do you even go for that? I mean, recon opening seems very strong. Comm towers are pretty contested. We only have one comm tower, but it's a lot of light terrain. I think this is okay just because... like your 2 base goes for this capture, it probably goes up and goes for this capture. And that seems fast enough to have something in place to contest this with just your infantry. So even though someone's going to get into the center fast enough, the other player is always going to have something ready to interrupt. I mean, there's definitely an innate turn advantage to that, though. But it's a far enough distance that probably the vehicles matter more than the infantry, so it doesn't super matter that the infantry get there fast enough. Because turn advantage matters less. It matters a lot when you're really close together. It matters less when you're far apart because there's more flexibility in how vehicles go about things. But like if for instance there was a base here and a base here, then the turn advantage is enormous because player 1 just turn 1 like gets their infantry first, goes and sits on this property, and then builds an infantry, and then player 2 can only attack, they can never sit on it. It's definitely making it past the first filter just because the turn advantage seems fine. It's the proven like double base versus base airport. Comm tower seems pretty contested. The single base gets there first because like steps onto the mountain, goes here for sure. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So a recon comes out in 2 turns. It can interrupt here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they can do so outside of a tank buy. So there's some counterplay to the comm tower. It's not like you would ever rush that. Unless maybe you're like Javier. In which case you go like comm tower. And then either go for this city or like off into these cities. We have a few little chains. I think I like it. Turn advantage seems fine. It's really open in the middle. There's like some forests, but the center is just so heavy with the 0 defense terrain. It's kind of closed towards the bases because you've got like these rivers hidden amongst the shoals. So even though the problem is that with that is that it kind of incentivizes standing on cities and stalling, but maybe that's okay just because there's an odd number of cities, so a draw game's not very likely and it's going to force someone to attack unless it just kind of like goes to a timeout and then someone wins. No, I'm definitely not kicking out in the first filter. It makes me think more of a fog map than a standard map, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, the stream's a little earlier because I'm going to take my sister out to a restaurant for her birthday. And that has to happen when she's off work. She doesn't have summer vacation like I do. And that means that my stream would be interrupted by that. Good job, Starflash. I like it. Let's look. At No H's map? Oh my gosh, it's very different. Happy birthday to the Penguin Princess. Summer vacation is nice. It's a perk of working in education. I mean, you don't get paid. It's unpaid. But, it's still nice. Okay. This is going for more of a retro theme. This almost looks like a map you would see directly out of the original cartridge. Absolutely wild that its base... I mean, I think I have I think I have to reject it just on turn advantage problems, because there's no two fronts. There's only one front, essentially. Player 2 is just always ahead. There's only one base that's being used. Player 2 has the infantry first, so they'll get this first, they'll move out first, they'll do everything first. But I do really like the aesthetics of this map. It just, it would be a lot better if these bases were pre-owned. Then you would at least have two different fronts going on. I don't know if the income matches the bases though. Let's see. If I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's also more favored income-wise this way. Although you get an airport, but yeah. I'd have to reject this one just looking at the turn advantage initially. But I do really like the aesthetics. It's something that could definitely be worked on. For sure. Has a lot of potential. Yeah, you can try and fix the FTA. I'll let you guys modify your maps until I close the submissions. Got KillerChair's map. Okay, so we have double... I mean, the bases are really close together. This is a similar situation almost. I guess it's not quite. Isn't like the same front. The mountain interrupts. Player 2 does get to this base first. But player 1's like faster out of this base. It's a very weird comm tower. That the players are so far away from each other. So let's see, player 2. If I'm calling these different fronts, like this is double base, this is single base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe this one I don't count for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess I do count for this one then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got like 6 contested. I mean, maybe this one. It seems kind of even, I guess, for the income. per front, which is good. This one's just like really stretched out. You would have a little bit of an opening problem. It was like, you don't want to punish people for going for immediate income. So like player 1 builds here and here. This guy walks towards this base. This guy walks, it should walk over here because there's just so much captures that you have to do as player 1 over here. But if it walks over here and goes for the capture, then you're going to be hurting yourself by a lot because it slows down all of these captures and you're cannibalizing a capture from this like double base front. So I really don't like that. That's a noob trap, I guess. Especially one that's just so early in the game. I also don't know how I feel about these bases. They're like being so close together. Because it's almost just like 3 base straight up. This base is faster going this way than these ones are. But it's not even that much. I mean, it has to go through like 3 forests. So I would like these bases a little bit, I'd like the fronts a little bit more defined, but I do like all of the contested properties, I think. They are directly in the middle, which means that there's going to be some turn advantage to who gets to which ones when, but it should be okay, because I do think that player 2 will make it to these ones first and player 1 will make it to these ones first. I wish that this comm tower has something more going on with it, because right now it just kind of looks like it's insanely safe. You're never having this stolen. If they can take your comm tower from you, they can take your HQ. And I mean, it's okay to have insanely safe comm towers. But I do favor it when it's more contested, just so there's another thing on the map to fight over. Have a good stream. Have a good time with the card games. Yeah, you can submit it. I won't accept it if it's already in live queue or live or in a tournament. I'm definitely a little concerned for this map. I think I would cut it out in the initial cycle. Or the initial filtering. But it has some potential. I think it could definitely be modified. It's called Standard Burning Stick version 2. What a name. Well, have fun with it. You can definitely submit it. The worst that can happen is I will reject it. Alright, every second Steeple from Starlight. We have quite the line of properties kind of going around a very open and dangerous center. The comm tower looks a little bit contested. It's 2 base versus 1 base. I think the 2 base might be responsible for too many properties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think I counted this 1. Where's the 2 base for the 9? Maybe that's okay. If I'm ignoring the contested ones, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have to give these ones to this base. 7, 8. That might be okay. I think the double base is still going to be favored income-wise. They're also going to pretty easily win over these contested ones, I think. Let's see. 3? I mean, you don't reach it immediately unless you're Sturm. If you're Sturm on this map, you'd be so happy. You just go blip right on over. You can go here, then here, and then here, and then here. The one base... I guess the one base has to be capturing this city, so it's ready to interrupt this capture from going from this city to this one. If it doesn't do that, then it just kind of crumples, as the double base should have no troubles holding down these properties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The tank can go to here, and then it's controlling all of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The tank distance is looking fine. I'm definitely concerned about just the turn advantage stuff, as is the initial filtering. I'm just looking on the list of submitted maps. Please check out any of the maps from your account. Those HQs. I mean, the HQs are very vulnerable, but it should be fine, right? I'm not too worried about vulnerable HQs because both players have vulnerable HQs. We've got void data. Pair up. So we got a base light map here. Very safe but delayed comm tower. Also a very safe but delayed airport. Oh, it's double comm tower. A double comm tower map with contested air. Contested comm towers and a safe comm tower. That's pretty nice. HQ very vulnerable because it's got blocked off side and then easy to block off side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the tank doesn't even reach this in one turn to try and free it. But that's okay. You don't need to have safe HQs. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe this is contested 8. 1, 2, 3. 6, 7, 8. I think this would definitely go here. 2, 3, 6. It's looking rough. I guess you could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You could go for this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like that. Because it is the same number of turns for both bases, but it looks very much like this base would go for this property. Maybe not. If you don't do that, it seems kind of like a similar situation where if you build an infantry here and you end up sending it over to this base, this city, then you're hurting yourself quite a lot. But that's not the end of the world. The central dynamics, I'm not even looking at the central dynamics. I'm just looking at turn advantage stuff. I'm a little bit concerned about it. I mean, if this city goes to this front, then it's fine. So I won't just initially kick it to the curb. Got... Did we look at the Sly Fox? Sly Fox. Okay, first thing for Sly Fox is you need to have a Fred. Because right now, player 1 is just always going to be ahead. They just go infantry, infantry. Player 2 then goes infantry, infantry, and player 1 is just a hit for the entire game. Due to there not being a Fred. You'd put the Fred on this base usually. And it'd be like, go get that neutral base. I guess you don't. I mean, you can. I guess it doesn't matter. You'd probably put it on this base just because that's the closest one to go for here. But the two bases actually over here because they're divided by mountains. That's kind of weird. You wouldn't want to do it over here because that kind of incentivizes people. Maybe you do. You could put it here and then they can capture this on its way over. Because this base is not responsible for too many captures, and that does lead an opportunity. Freed! We do have missiles here. Behind pipe seams. Anyway, Fred. Definitely need a Fred. If a Fred doesn't get put on the map, it's gonna get kicked to the curb. Let's look at you also have a little bit of a problem going on here with these centralized cities. You really don't like to have the centralized cities in range of each other like this because someone's going to get here first, and the person that gets here first has a huge advantage as they can go and interrupt and then have another infantry come on and continue capturing, and you just absolutely cry as the other person who doesn't have a great like their injured infantry doesn't want to go over and interrupt. It might be okay just because of how far away this exchange happens. So maybe vehicles get involved and it's fine. But that's another concern I'd have. Maybe the missiles are fine. I'm not necessarily against the missiles. This isn't Global League. They are a little bit buggy, but okay. The map's a little bit big. Property-wise, it seems kind of fine though. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ish. Seems okay. But yeah, you need a Fred at the very least. And look at Mr. Green Suit. Oh my. Different tile set. Yeah, should they spread out the cities out the best? You can definitely modify it. I'll let people modify until I officially close the submissions. At least get a Fred on there, Sly Fox. All right, so Mr. Green Suit here has the double base versus single base. The double base is in a very interesting spot. We've got like this division by pipes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't get the rocket lock unless you're Grit or Jake using a power. The pipes are far enough away, so there's no getting a pipe runner on them. You can almost do it. You never get used to the different tile sets. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9. 9. If I do it like that, which is possible, that might be fine for turn advantage. It's almost mixed. It's basically mixed based, as this base is going to kind of influence this area, which will disconnect these. I kind of like it. I don't see any immediate turn advantage issues. Maybe. No, there shouldn't be a huge one here because it's on different fronts. It's not directly in the middle. The middle is a bunch of pipes here. There might be a problem in that the fronts are so forced. There's absolutely no front switching when you've got this middle obstacle, which can definitely be frustrating for gameplay. But it's more frustrating for gameplay in fog than it is for standard, where you actually know what you're attributing to both fronts. But the only way here that you would ever really move your units is by joining and build, and then using that income to build somewhere else. I think it definitely passes the initial filtering. We'll see. The divided fronts like this is something I'm a little iffy on, though. Yeah, there's no accidental rocket locks. You can like lock across over here, but it's a long walk to get the lock. That's usually okay. The bases are definitely weak, but because the heavy terrain makes it easy to block them off. Anything that strikes from here can only be attacked from the base, for instance. But having weak... this is also a very weak base. Having weak bases is not necessarily a bad thing, though. I'm streaming early because I have to go later on. So you know what? I approve, Mr. Greensuit. I approve. We can look at another Starbright map since you're here. We looked at one earlier. Pricing sufficiency. Okay. So these are this looks fairly defined when it comes to map for fronts. Man, the one base just has awful vehicle deployment. The two base seems fine when it comes to vehicle deployment. But like the one base has to go up and around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is probably contested. 9. These are both honestly looking pretty contested. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, if I'm counting these ones, well, no, this one's very safe. It looks a little bit favored for the two base. It's not the worst thing. The comm towers are highly contested in the middle. Don't think I initially rejected just on turn advantage stuff. It's like a little bit favored, but I think these cities are they're so contested that it doesn't really help. Like this one, I think has to go to the two base, right? Because you go here, you go for this capture, and you're already interrupting. And it's so tough for the one base to actually contest this. 1, 2. Like a copter on by doesn't even contest it. 6, 1, 2, 3. I guess after 2 turns the tank can get in range. Why is the one base so sad? I thought this was going to the one base, but I think it actually goes to the two base. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Verse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think the two bases just got a better start than the one base. You do have some nice... I do like that you have some flexible capture options from the one base. That is good. I'm a little too concerned about the turn advantage, though. HQ race is not necessarily a bad thing. One base needed some heavy slowing down. HQ race is like a style for map, and that's okay. You can have HQ races, although you have to make sure that the turn advantage is because if someone's starting the HQ race faster, they get Azarel. You can't submit this map. What is this? S rank Hall of Fame? That betrays? You can't submit this. The nerve. The nerve. Oh, you linked the map you were inspired by. Oh, I see. Five, 8, 4, 3, 6. Let me change that. Okay. You have two that betray maps. Okay, okay. It that heralds the end. I can see how there's some inspiration with like the labs. We do have some we have the pre-owned city up here. It seems pretty safe. There's no like initial just massive rush down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm so concerned already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one base seems awful to me. I'm like, what is this capture phase? You go to this property, you go to here, you get this, like, this is one infantry. You can send an infantry down here. I guess it goes for this city, even though this city is, like, I mean, you can go into the middle, but it's a long walk. You have to go there, and then you go over here. That must be the route, right? But if that's the route, then these aren't that contested. Like, they look contested, but, like, you have to go there as part of the capture phase, like, immediately. In which case it's like 1, 2, 3. I guess you can't get them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Verse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We make this one over here. I am very concerned about the capture phase. Flipping, yeah, okay, if you flip the neutral bases, it's a little bit nicer. I think I'd kick this on turn advantage. It looks very concerning to me. The mandatory APC capture route. APC does look nice. Yeah, that's true. APC goes here. Infantry boost to here. And then it goes for that capture, and then you pick up your infantry and go up here. We haven't looked at Sarmentine? Thinking Ways. It's a long walk. You have to go, no matter your route, it takes 3 turns to get here, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's no 2-turn walk unless you're Sturm. If you're Sturm, you just go 1, 2, 3, bam. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Although you have to be concerned about what if player 1 hits you with a day 2 recon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can't reach, right? There's no secret reach route. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just gotta very quickly check this. I have no idea if they filtered that. Sturm in live. Yeah. You always gotta think about Sturm. Sturm's best. I mean, day 2 recons are not a real threat. If they stop your base, they can suddenly become a real threat. I mean, they can recon each other, I guess. Yeah, you get there, you get it online fast enough, right? This one might be fast. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get that. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. The recon doesn't make it there in time, so you don't run into the issue of like your base gets interrupted for a base skip kind of a deal. If you were dealing with Sturm, it's fine. You got a whole 2 movement of wiggle room. Because this will start the capture, the recon will move here, and then you'll finish the capture, and then the recon can hit you. But you've already finished the capture, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. No issue there. That went away completely. I know Sturm standard's not a thing. Okay. So we just look at the bases. You do get here fast enough that a recon doesn't stop you. 2. 1, 1. Start the capture 3. You get here, and you get here just fast enough that an infantry can't walk up and stop you. It's fine. It's fine. You would let the recon get its free hit because they base skipped for that recon. An early base skip. It's only if it stops you from getting your base, then you absolutely cry. Okay. So, just looking at turn advantage stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9? Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This might be contested. No, it's not, because this is so delayed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh yeah, I didn't count this, did I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 is what that's looking like to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 would be counter example. I don't know if that quite works because these two cities see each other, so they're not like guaranteed. This is going to be the one that ends up contested because this one you get in just 2 moves, and then once you finish it, you stop someone from capturing this property. And then we do have a contested middle, which is again a little bit of an issue because these cities see each other, like incredibly see each other. So if someone gets there first, it matters a lot. But it's again far enough away that I think the vehicle timings will make it so it's not just infantry stopping infantry. I don't have to count the pre-owned base, but if I'm counting the pre-owned base on both fronts, it's fine. I'm saying 10, 11. That might be a stretch. I guess it's okay. I'm not going to just like reject it on the at least from an initial glance. I might do some move planning on it to make sure that there isn't some turn advantage thing, because I am definitely concerned about this city interaction and of course the middle city interaction. Because how do you reach these middle cities? Probably from this city, and that's already an issue. Maybe it's fine because you both get here in time, so you can always interrupt and or capture. I don't know. I'll keep my eye on it. You got Bango Bongo. Insidious Splash. So it's base light, both fronts get an airport. A very forward airport. This one is like very vulnerable. This one looks pretty safe. Like an anti-air can very easily threaten this one, not so much this one. We have some cities that can be, exchanged between the bases, but this one looks like it's supposed to go here because it's in the immediate walking distance. So it's looking like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This might be contested, so maybe this is the 7, and then you just have these ones supposed to be fought over. But they like that. They're fought over by, it still has to be by specific fronts, but seems okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess it would probably go like this. You would go capture, or you can't go there right away unless you're Sturm. Ha ha ha. So you probably go up here and then like go up to here. You have to walk across, go here. This is definitely happening. I mean, it looks like you'd prioritize going this direction because you go from here to the airport across the river, and then you're kind of entering into potential hazard zones. So you want to go for this quickly before this airport comes online. Yeah, you can't include this one. You can't really include either of these because the city gets finished, it's immediately contesting this. And where do you go? You go onto this mountain, you're contesting this one. But you'll probably get this one in time. Airport's also online to stop this, so you can't really include that on this base. You might not even be able to include this one on this base, although I guess you're going to have a situation where like the two airports are staring at each other over here. It's a little, I think it's fine with income. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think you get here first. It's fine. 7. You can't really count this one. It's so close to the HQ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Man, this airport's so strong for interrupting these captures. I'm not a huge fan of the huge swaths of planes, but that's not what I'm looking at right now. I think it's fine turn advantage wise, and that's the main thing I'm looking at for these maps for like the initial filtering. So I think it's okay. At least from my initial glance, it seems fine. You know, like the copters overlapping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they can. Their Saac, their zones are touching. Yeah, it's not as big of an issue for turn advantage, I think, just because it comes on later. Probably okay. There is a Fred. Oh wait. Okay. That is a good point. There is that is a problem with the Fred. Player 1's with the person with the Fred. So player 1, turn advantage is enormous. You need to flip these. You need to flip the Freds. Until that happens, it's definitely rejected. Because right now what happens is the game starts, player 1 goes for the capture and builds 2 infantry. And then player 2 gets a turn and they build 2 infantry. That's a problem. Definitely get that fixed. We've got Fire and M. I don't think I know Fire and M. Map. Fred's evil turn. Evil twin. Durf. Alright, we got Rabbit Island. Alright, we got little islands here for the transport copters to be going after. It's definitely a bit on the big side, but I think it's okay. We're just looking at initial captures here. I want to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not sure who gets these. 8, maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's already looking like an issue. 1. No, this doesn't get counted. It's on an island. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That seemed like I'm not even including these ones, even though they're so close to these ones. I think this is a turn advantage issue, just on the city layout. This base looks a lot stronger than this base. It has more money that's responsible for, and it's got the airport. I guess these ones are probably contested, right? They're both 2 tank turns away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my gosh, it doesn't even... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, this is this base is just so much stronger than this base. So that means that player 2 would be advantaged. Even if I'm not including these in this one's capture route, the vehicle also gets over here fast. I think I would kick it to the curb on turn advantage concerns. Kind of like the aesthetics of the map, though, personally. I'm not. Maybe there's like base has to be moved. Move some cities around, maybe. Maybe a little bit better. The center looks kind of nice. Comm towers look pretty contested. Man, this base looks really bad. Got Wilkie. Whoa. Ha. The central shoals part, I don't think it is going to matter too much unless the entire area is like shoals. Then it's gonna favor people like chilling on cities. This map has got some turn advantage issues, but it's definitely cute. I like that we've got a Michelle here, I guess. This will be Michelle, the mech. There's Fred, the infantry, who's the turn advantage balance, and then player 1 just gets a mech for some reason. Definitely get rid of the mech. There's going to be an initial problem here because both players only have one base, so someone's always going to be turn advantaged. I guess the mech is supposed to help offset that because it like goes for captures while player 2 goes for a base first. You're also going to not want to have the bases quite so far away like this. They're going to get interrupted by recons for sure. At least one of them will. Maybe not. Maybe you can get there in time. I've not tried the Analyze extension, though. I do like the aesthetics of the map a bit. This one looks very much like a cartridge map. But yeah, these properties out here I don't think would ever be interacted with. I mean they would be like captures would get sent out here, but I don't think there'd be much in the way of actual fighting. The fighting is going to be all in between the bases, and the bases are very contested. This would have turn advantage issues. I do like the Michelle. I don't know if the Michelle would ever be able to make it into a map. You could have pre-deployed units, but the more pre-deployed units that you have, the more of a turn advantage issue there is. And this, I think, is just player 1 favored. The mech goes for captures. Player 2 gets a base first, but is going to fall behind in income. We got Golden Abel. Lost Wind. You tried mech FTA ones, wouldn't recommend. Okay. So we have our one base. Eventually go get your airport. 2 base. You get this airport from the airport. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I assume. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-ish. I think these are also going to be very iffy cities. I think this has to go for here, right? You capture this city, you're already contesting it. So, and this guy's going down this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How's a comm tower? I think that just failed. Well, I guess I didn't even consider, though, there's the black boat here, right? So, but the black boat doesn't pick up an infantry on by. It's a little awkward, but it would like pick up, drop off over here is the idea. I kind of like the thinking. But I do have concerns about just looking at the turn advantage of the map. It looks to me like Pink Cosmo is just going to have an advantage in the game. I think they're going to end up being responsible for more cities. The one base's capture route is going to be real awkward. It might be a little bit more favored if the black boat can pick up immediately and drop off. These two cities are going to be having some FTA, or not an FTA, but like some turn advantage stuff. I think that you kind of have to rush it a bit, but you also want to go over here. I think it needs a little bit of editing. Got. Did I look at Matimons? Did not. Alright, Matimon. What do we have going on here? So, it's a very much front divided map. It's just two bases. There is a harbor. You do have this cute APC boost to get over to this harbor. I don't know what the harbor does for you though. It's basically just income. It's not like it's that much faster to pick up infantry this way, in comparison to just like breaking these pipe seams. The income does look very even amongst the fronts, so there's not going to be like a turn advantage there inherently. I really don't understand the purpose of the harbor, but it looks nice. Hi, Subby. It doesn't really look like a live map to me either. It's very, very far apart, but that's not what I'm looking at right now. Turn advantage wise, this passes. It's completely symmetrical between the two fronts. So the first wave of filtering is going to be okay. Contested properties. All right. I am concerned about looking at this when I'm looking at this just in terms of how it plays out with live. It's going to take so long for any action to happen because everything's so far apart. It almost looks more like a fog map, except that the fronts are so divided. You can use the black boat to get to the middle close quicker. That's true. You just don't go for the harbor capture, instead you pick up the infantry that you boost. I think you would have to do that. It doesn't look very live to me, but it's going to pass through the first filter. It's definitely safe turn advantage wise. Yeah, JWAS 007. We've got landers on the HQs. It's a base light map. Tower is off in the corner. Really far away from the bases. Airport. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Probably 8. This might go this way. I can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll say that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is not a safe capture chain though. This is just going to interrupt. So maybe to this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll give them the airport. In which case it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Really 9. I mean, the infantry captures leading over here is so nice. But you give it a lander that can try and mess with stuff. It does to me look favoring this base. Because while you have like this capture chain for this base going up, it immediately runs into the opposing capture chain and like vehicle deployment. So you don't actually get these cities. You like this one? You're a sucker for HQ lander choices? There's also going to be turn advantage issues with the landers, because this is a narrow pathway, and one lander can block off the other while also blocking off cities and stuff. It's cute. 3, 4, 5, 6. I give them the airport 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it's just way too strong for this space, I think. Maybe you don't give it to this. Maybe this is easily contestable. It's not that easy to contest. I guess the infantry goes here. I mean, it's in range of the HQ. It must be contestable. It might be okay. I'll get the other judges' opinions on whether or not this has got a turn advantage problem. I'm immediately thinking it does. We've got like this. These central properties are all like in range of interrupting each other and stuff like that. But I would ask the other judges. Look at Dr. Nastier map. Satan's Prayer Tree. One of those extra delayed second bases. Plus an airport in the back. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I just test and stuff. So at least 7, maybe 8. I could give that over here. 1, 2. Oh, this is definitely going over here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. Maybe not. If this is... No, this can't be that contested because this base is going to take a long time to come online. So I think this base is just going to get this. Maybe contest this one. It'd be dangerous though, because the infantry go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this one is already battering for a lot. This is definitely going to be a very contested property. If I give this one to here and give this to here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then that's okay. I just don't think I can reasonably give that one. It's kind of set up to be interrupted by I guess the tank doesn't really make it out here very quickly, right? You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your tank moves 3 spots. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ugh, that's really rough for tanks. But I guess you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This base gets here faster than this base. Look kind of fun. It's a boulder. Open to the north. Okay. What? Isn't like a rock climbing thing? I'm not going to initially reject it. I think it's got some turn advantage potential. Like, it's not inherently going to be biased. The comm towers are very contested. I mean, getting vehicles out into the middle is nice, although you can also have some nice artillery blocking. Breaking this pipe seam does help this base a lot. Only kinda, like it leads it over here into some mountains. Alright. Got uncreative with quick play. Right. It's very pretty. I do like the like shoal connection to the mainland. 2 bases. Got the pipe seam problems here, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Have to give some of these to this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have such a dry spell walking forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I give these to the double base, they're going to have just huge number of infantry walking straight forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Even then, I mean, I think the one base is just gonna get absolutely overwhelmed in the HQ falls, because there's not very many captures for these infantry to go for. All the captures they're going for lead directly towards the enemy's HQ. This base is responsible for getting these captures. Like, if these pipe seams are broken, then sure, the double base can go for these, but that's going to take forever, and if you're doing that, I think the opponent just walks over and takes your HQ. I think this has got some turn advantage. With a player 2 advantage. From my initial look. And I'm also very concerned of how it would play out. Because these infantry have nothing to do but walk directly at the opponent's HQ. And this poor one base. That's okay. I think it could be rejected on turn advantage. This is from Ralph Mitchell. Protect me from what I want. Okay. So, just looking at the fronts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is what I'm going to call this base's range for now. 2 base, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is already pre-owned. 9. What did I give this? I gave it 1, 2. Let's even at this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm missing this in that count. It goes over. Well, I guess this is kind of like between the two. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I give it to this one, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that the same city? Yeah. That seems okay. There might be some flexibility in which city goes to what front. It might even be the case that you wouldn't even go for this airport with this base because it's kind of, it needs to get way out there to go for these properties. So you might even leave this for this space to go for. The initial captures are looking like here, 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 like a huge capture chain. Go for the base. It goes leaving. If you leave this airport for this base, which I think is what you'd probably end up doing, it goes for this city. It goes for this. This base is going for this, 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 this. This guy's then responsible for just everything over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a little iffy to me. Man, is that a safe comm tower? But that's okay. You have the double comm towers going on. This is supposed to be a fighting zone for sure. You went in Puyo and Tetris, but not Advanced Wars by Web. I'm gonna accept it for now, but I am a little bit concerned about the turn advantage of this map. Yeah, we'll see. I don't play Puyo, no. I've only ever seen Fluffy play Puyo. We look at General Risshin? Oh my. Well, that's a very watery map. Okay. We have black boats. They're not even on the HQs. These are strictly supposed to be for transport. So there's going to be a turn advantage on the transports, which is never a good thing. Usually the way that they offshoot the transport things is one person's got it like further ahead or behind than the other. As this player one's going to be ahead on this transport, which might be okay. I assume it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess it doesn't pick up on turn 1. It might just be used to boost infantry. It's such a blue map that I do like that the black boats don't interact and their shoals never connect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ugh, it might not even be an 8 there. That's probably too close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, it's tough to. I guess it's tough to necessarily tell because the black boats are going to be able to just move infantry around all the time. but it seems fine-ish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't really count these. Definitely tough to tell with the black boats. I'm very much concerned about the black boats turn advantage wise because there's no real balance to that. But it's not like it gives you a base. I ran out of characters in the description. I'm gonna have to like do a Google Doc that's got the full list. You think that the black boat makes it inherently live? I'm not sure if the black boat makes it not live friendly. It's just going to make it harder for me to tell if someone's getting an advantage out of it. It could make it less live friendly because like it will become a memorization thing. I'm not going to reject it purely on turn advantage currently. Less live friendly. That's fair. That's fair. A quick so. I'm gonna do a few more, and then I gotta go. Like 2 more. All right. This kind of reminds me of Caustic Finale a bit, but. It is a 4 base map. I'm gonna say, oh man. 1 it's iffy because these are attached. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did I even count this harbor for anyone? This is the same. This is the same front. That's why it was so confusing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Verse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Really? 1, 2, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If I'm counting like that as their control. 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. That's a concern. These two are way weaker than these ones. They also have the problem of there's very little in between them. Clown car. The concern is I'm just looking at turn advantage for each map. You've got the Fred, which is good, but I'm looking at what income is attributed to what fronts. Because someone's going to be ahead on each front, as everyone knows. So I'm looking at what income does this front have under its responsibility. I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. I won't count this one because that's contested. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Verse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's contested. I guess 7. So being ahead on this front, which is the front that player 1 is going to be ahead on, is going to result in an income advantage. It's a little generous of me because I guess like these cities do see each other, but they're also attributed to both fronts, so If I cancel them out, I would cancel out for both fronts. You could add more income between these two fronts if you want. Help even that out. It's very Caustic Finale, though. Very fancy. I do kind of like the look. Did we look at Jonathan's map? We did not. Alright, this will be the last one. Okay. A pre-deployed black boat. Okay, so usually when you do the Fred, you put the Fred on the 2-base side. It's to help offset the fact that player 1 also gets more income. I submit your maps. You've got until I wake up tomorrow, basically. Fred got lost. You're gonna want to be over here. We got B rank standard. Congratulations. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got the black boat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tested in the middle. Honestly, that's pretty good. I wasn't expecting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. That's pretty well distributed. It's the map almost seems too empty. I would work on the terrain because that's aesthetically it's kind of iffy to me. It's just so blocky, which is also going. It's not just as aesthetics, of course. That's also going to come into the balance when COs are fighting on it. It's like Jake's gonna be so happy. It's like it's planes everywhere. Flash is sad, yeah, that kind of thing. The black boat can be used for like both fronts, but it's definitely gonna be used for the double base front. Yeah, I mean, there might be a little bit of a turn advantage going on in the middle, but it's probably okay. I'm not gonna reject it on turn advantage alone. I would like to see it aesthetically changed though. Yeah, you can submit the map now. You can submit a map until I wake up tomorrow. Should put the desert theme on it. It does look better with the desert theme. It does look better with the desert theme. Turn advantage way this is looking nice, except I'd move the friend. Okay, that's going to be the end of the stream because I do have to go celebrate my sister's birthday. Hope everyone enjoyed. Have fun editing your maps. Have fun submitting maps. I'll have a lot of fun looking through them. Try not to be too brutal and all that. It'll be a good time though. I'll give you all your apple for the day. And thanks for watching. Have a good day.
It's Go7, king of the penguins. Of all the penguins, he is king. It's Go7, king of the penguins. Being king of the penguins, that's